You guys, this is Erico and I am back again on your computer screens. Hope you guys are doing fantastic because you're watching this video. You guys know what to do. Subscribe, like this video. A lot has been going on with Thailand. I don't ever really think I've talked too much about what's going on in Thailand, but it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to dissect. There have been protests going on. Many people feel like that their human rights are not being awarded to them as them just being human beings. So as a result, a lot of just violence and terror has been going on. There was this agreement that was supposed to hand over the powers to another hand. Then the powers were overthrown by the junta military forces, and that original powers was actually democratic. Many people were not very happy about this. So there's this rage of war from the junta military forces that also was born out of this agreement. Recently, this sector where many people live humble beginnings, humble lifestyle, live surrounded by nature, kind to everyone, have been caught in this battle. This village, the Myanmar village, was burnt to the ground. Thankfully, many of the people were warned that the military forces were coming, so they got out of the village, ran into the forest to get away. But many of the animals, their crops, and about 3 people were injured. 2 elderly people. It was reported they were missing. Many of the citizens of the village came out and said that they believed that they actually got killed in the fire. There is footage of charred bodies, charred animal bodies. It is horrific. Many of the media that actually reported on this story said that terrorists came in and the military troops tried to stop terrorists by putting out the fire and fighting them. But many of the villagers actually came out, and this is the truth, and they said that the military forces actually started the fires. So they set the houses on fire. These are houses that are made out of wood, and the flames spread, and it just took the whole village out. And the junta military forces were fighting them. They were fighting the border soldiers that are around this area, and they all just clashed. And these poor people had to watch their village burn from the forest. It's really sad that citizens are being caught in this, when many people just want to live. They don't want to see this. They just want their regular rights. But once again, we have a corrupt government that isn't doing what they're supposed to do. You have people that are constantly trying to point out that there's something not right. And then many people want democracy. But then there's corruption in the democracy as well. So it's like, well, where do we go from here? People don't want to be under martial law. They don't want to feel like that they have a shackle around their body. They want to feel like that they can be free. But to constantly have to look over your shoulder and be afraid that there's going to be some type of war breaking out, and that there's this fumble with the power and who's going to have what, and constantly people being arrested because they're trying to fight and resist against this power. It's a lot. It gives you anxiety. It makes you feel like, where do I turn? What do I do? Because it seems like wherever I turn, there's something that isn't right, and I don't have peace. So I could see why a lot of people live in these villages and live in the woods and just want to stay away from the big cities and stay away from it all, and just want to do their farms, have their own houses, build their own houses, have really good food, and just live peacefully. Because so much is going on that it's like there's nothing else that you can really do. It's so disheartening to see the footage of this village burning. People had nothing to do with it. Village had nothing to do with it. And for the mainstream media to spin this story like the actual government military forces didn't burn down this village when they know that they did, doesn't make any type of sense. So we're gonna need the truth. We're gonna need something to happen where people can feel like that they can actually be humans and live a peaceful life. So you look at a lot of this stuff that happens around the world, and from wherever you're from, you're somewhat thankful, but then it's like wherever you go, there's always somebody in power that's doing something that they have no business. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. How do you feel about seeing this, and how does this pertain to your own experiences in your life and from where you're from? Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also have a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will be back. Love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay strong out there. No.